Good evening, everyone. So, we are back with our Peace is Power program. And today it's all about stories. So, we have Dr. Nupur and we have Rajvin Kaur from Malaysia. And they're going to share their stories with us to maybe talk about the war and peace situation also a little. Let's see what they tell us about. So, can I invite you, Rajvin, first? Please.
Okay, I have a very personal story to share about what storytelling as a trainer.
Okay.
Okay, so now peace as a trainer and as a finalist for Miss Amazing Malaysia season 2, and as a trainer and a laughter yoga coach and a laughter ambassador. Many things bring me peace. But today I'm going to talk about how storytelling impacts us as a trainer. I'm going to concentrate on that. Yeah. So, as a trainer, when I first started, the world was not into Zoom. People were not people were not expressing themselves, especially in the pandemic. Many people were locked in their homes. Locked in their homes, they were isolated. They were isolated and they were not at ease. So as a so storytelling, how does storytelling bring me peace as a trainer? Storytelling helps to express myself, and storytelling, I had the opportunity to to visit many schools in Malaysia, and one of it was a refugee school. Refugee school, people are not access in computers and everything, so it's very hard for them. Literacy level, they are very they're very because of what happened in their country. So their lack of education uh, make them pro bono. Pro bono means pro bono. I don't know where the word's coming from, but uh, doing this impromptu at Maven Magic makes me feel magical. So, and I would say I had the same effect um, as, and I would say I had the same effect where I had to be as a trainer. I had the opportunity to meet these refugee people, refugee students, preschool kids, preschool kids, to be expressive, to show them what is expression about. So storytelling as a trainer makes me expressive, makes me learn about the culture, and makes me have the makes me want to break the stigma, because myself, I believe storytelling as a trainer, storytelling has the power of overcoming overcoming obstacles and overcoming challenges. You want your audience to know. You don't want to tell a story that um uh, you may be negative, of you might have a bad day. But when you're on training platforms like Mavin, and you're promoting world peace and other platforms, you are at ease at yourself. Even like laughter yoga has a story to tell. Laughter, uh, as a trainer, I can say storytelling has the power of making people at peace, and world peace is what we want. As I've had to experience today to share in this short presentation. I spoke about how refugee children brings peace from the pro bono, how it was when COVID era. The COVID era brought us all down into into many obstacles. So I would say that storytelling, in conclusion, to sum up these two ideas of uh, the storytelling in refugee and the storytelling come come as to laughter yoga, to sum up that is storytelling has the power to overcome, uh, conquer, and help you believe in yourself as a trainer. So to all people out there, overcome, conquer, and don't be afraid of presenting yourself to the world, because the world needs world peace and the world needs advocates like me and you to promote world peace. Thank you. This is finalist for Miss Amazing Malaysia Season 2, Rajvin Kaur, HRDF trainer for Mavin, and also Laughter Yoga leader, Laughter Yoga ambassador, and TP and inclusion advocate, and now a practitioner of world peace. Thank you.
That was really awesome. You conceptualized it so beautifully, the actual meaning of what storytelling is, and also connected it to peace and war. Wow, amazing. बहुत अच्छे, very nicely said, very nicely said.
I don't know where's the ideas coming from, yeah?
Great.
Maybe our mentor Nupurji, and maybe the effect of doing shows and the
Yes,
effect.
yes.
Yes, it has the
Become very
power.
articulate, very good.
Beautiful, beautiful, Rajvin. Very nice.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. So, let's listen Nupurji's story now. What would you like to share with us?
Actually, I'm not a storyteller, but I write blogs about real experiences. But
Okay.
Today, the time says, okay, tell a story.
Right.
So let me share a story and tell a beautiful story. Let's see how it goes. And it is my first story. So let me share it. So it is about, the title is like The Strength Within Peace.
Mm-hmm.
A tranquil village with rolling hills and a peaceful river. There is a lady called Leela, elderly sage. She's sitting beneath a big banyan tree. And a group of villagers has gathered around her. And this is a serene, beautiful, small village. Amongst the hills, it's like a valley where this village is situated. And a peaceful river is flowing by. This wise sage named Leela, she is renowned for her deep understanding of the world and her unwavering commitment to the power of peace. Normally, most of the saints, they are peace loving and they propagate peacefulness. So now Leela is very beautiful. Her eyes are full of wisdom and kindness. When you look into her eyes, all the kindness, all the love pours out. Leela firmly believed that peace held a transformative force capable of reshaping lives and entire communities. Now, Leela is sharing some stories. She always used to share beautiful stories where she used to tell that how she has helped people to maintain peace or find peace. Under the grand old tree of banyan and in the heart of the village, Leela often used to share beautiful stories of unity, peacefulness, and where she used to travel to distant areas and lands where peace was the guiding principle. And these places were very happy and very prosperous. She used to travel to many, many places, many, many beautiful places, towns, and villages. And these were the moments when villagers used to listen because they can't travel everywhere. So she used to tell all the stories. One day, a group of young villagers approached Leela. They were very disturbing, they were very rowdy kind, and they were very dominating. And they challenged her to prove the power of peace. They believed that strength were the sole avenues to greatness and coercion. That is also avenues to greatness. That means you show your strength and you can maintain peace. Now, Leela smiled at all those group of people, the young people. Of course, they are very hot-blooded, hot-headed people. Ever gentle and patient, Leela met their challenge. She said, okay, I will accept this challenge. And she smiled. She addressed the young villagers, outlining her plan. She spoke to the young villagers about a neighboring community that had been in conflict for countless years. Leela expressed her intention to journey to this troubled village and endeavor to establish peace without resorting to force. The young villagers were a little amazed. They were surprised, but they were doubtful also. They exchanged glances. Okay, let's see. Now, all these youths found proposition interviewing to their doubts, and they were just thinking whether she can perform or not, whether she can bring peace in among those villages or not. Now, they said, okay, let's see. Now, Leela started her journey towards the troubled village. Let's call that village a beautiful name. We will call it Doon. So this, with her small bundle, because normally sage travel with bundle of food and a white flag and one set of clothes. She just took one bundle of her things and she embarked on her journey. Upon her arrival at the strife-ridden village, she was met with hostility and suspicion, as it happens. But she was carrying her white flag. White flag is symbol of peace, a truce. So she approached the village elders with humility and kindness. She also told them her purpose. But she, all the time, she was listening to them, listening to their grievances, helping them to see the shared humanity that bound them and rekindling the strength of forgiveness and empathy. Tension in the village begins to dissipate as Leela facilitates dialogue. Gradually, the tension began to dissipate. She facilitated dialogues and urged the villagers to collaborate to their common welfare, like hospital, like taking care of food, taking care of water, taking care of clothing and housing. As the time passes, the villagers start to see the benefit of peace. As time passed, the warring factions began to grasp the benefits of peace. They recognized that it brought stability, unity, and prosperity. The village transforms into a thriving community. The village gradually blossomed, and once hostile villagers evolved into friends and allies. Transformation of the news spread like a wildfire, and the youth from the village of Leela, they came to visit her. Then the young villagers really were surprised, astounded by the thriving village, now a symbol of incredible influence of peace. Now these youths return to their villages as advocates of peace. These youth have observed firsthand how peace could generate positive change without resorting to violence. Leela's message had penetrated their hearts, and they returned to their village as champions of peace. Peace spread to the neighboring communities also. Over the time, peace not only reformed the youths of the village, but also the neighboring communities. It extended like a gentle yet formidable influence across the land. This is the legend of the venerable sage, a beautiful saint and her extraordinary journey, which became an enduring tale, serving as a constant reminder that peace was the most dynamic force for constructive transformation. Now Leela is back to her big, huge banyan tree, surrounded by villagers. And so, in the village, nestled among this rolling hill, beautiful mountain, alongside the tranquil river, it became evident the power of peace was not a mere legend, but a profound truth capable of shaping hearts, communities, and the world. This is, I would like to say, that strength of peace and strength within peace. Thank you very much. I hope you like this show.
It was an amazing story and really and truly showcases the power of strength, the strength of peace. Yes. And your description was so beautiful. We could feel that, yes, that was that village nestled in those, among those beautiful hills, green hills, and the river flowing. Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the first time I narrated a story just for
But your narration was also very good, like very nicely understandable and speed was also very good. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now it's your turn, Meenuji, to say a beautiful story because you are author yourself. And of course, I can't match you. So
Nothing
really,
as much, but unfortunately, I didn't get time to prepare for a story for today. I've just picked up a story from the net.
yes,
I will share that over here
yes.
because it, and amazingly, it showcases exactly what you were saying. That
Oh
peace
wow.
is what is essential, and everyone wants peace. And
Yes.
here in this story, the weapons are wanting peace. That is
Wow.
the amazing part of it.
Great. So over to Minoji for a beautiful story.
Thank you, Ji. So this is about a story about two kings and the sword of peace. The one of the kings, sword of peace. So a long time ago, there was a precious sword that belonged to a great king. Now, this king would spend all his time enjoying parties and shows in his grand palace. But one day, a dispute broke out between him and the neighboring king. And this dispute grew out of hand, and it came to a point where both kings declared war on each other. Now, the sword became very excited as this was the first time it would be used in a real battle, and that is what swords are meant to be used in real battles. So, it would be able to show its extraordinary talent and bravery to everybody, and would also gain renown and fame throughout the kingdom that, wow, what a wonderful sword it is. So, on its way to the front line, the sword started imagining itself as the winner of several battles. Oh, I am the greatest. I will be winning all battles. But when they reached the front line, the first battle was already over. The war had already started. The first battle was over. And the sword glimpsed the results of the war. That was the first time he had come onto a battlefield and he saw the results of the war. And the picture it saw, it did not look anything like what he had imagined, that I will be the winner and all. So there were no elegant knights in shining armor, victorious and gleaming weapons in the sun. Instead, the sword could see shattered weapons and hordes of men dying of hunger, thirst, wounded, bleeding. And there was hardly any food for the warriors. Dirt covered all that could be seen, and men were like they were full of covered with blood and a disgusting smell also. And some of them were half dead, lying on the ground. Some were already dead. So upon seeing this, the sword realized that it didn't like wars or battles anymore. It decided that it would rather live in peace and take part in tournaments and competitions. They were safer. So the night before the next great battle, the sword came up with an amazing plan to prevent it. Okay, now this war has to be stopped. The sword suddenly started vibrating. So at first it was a low buzz, and then gradually the vibration grew louder. And soon it became a very sharp metallic noise. That sword is a metal, so it was making a metallic noise. Now, this noise, this created confusion among the rest of the swords and armors belonging to the soldiers, who then asked, "What is the matter? Why are you vibrating so?" So the king's sword told them that he did not want a battle. He wanted the battle to stop. Next day, there should not be a war. So another sword answered, "No one likes battles, but what can be done?" Then the sword advised them, "Vibrate yourselves, just like me. If we can create enough noise that nobody shall be able to sleep." Soon all the weapons began to vibrate. And this created such a deafening sound that it could be heard all over the camp, this war camp, plus the enemy camp as well. The enemy weapons also joined. Okay, they are vibrating, they're creating now, let's also join. So there was such a cacophony of noise that nobody in both the camps could sleep that night. So it was soon morning, and the soldiers were required to go to battle, but not a single soldier could get himself up to fight because they had not rested. No soldier had been able to sleep the whole night, and not even the kings or their generals. Nobody slept. So then they decided, okay, let's entire day we should just sleep today. We will not go to battle. So in the evening, they woke up and thought, okay, let's fight next day only. How will we fight in the evening? But the weapons were not going to let that happen. So, led by the king's sword, they again spent the whole night singing their song of peace, vibrating to their heart's desire. So, the soldiers, they could not get any sleep. The battle got postponed again and again till 7 days had gone by. And there had been no battle because the soldiers were not being given the rest to sleep at night. So, on the seventh day, the two kings decided to ask the situation. Okay, what is happening? Both of them were still very angry and annoyed with each other because of the dispute. But now they were forced to sit down and talk to each other. So, first of all, they started discussing the nights without sleep. Why was it happening? Their soldiers, nobody was able to sleep. There was so much noise happening. What is happening? We just don't understand. And as they were talking, they realized that they both had like similar grouses, and everything was, they found it very funny that nobody could sleep the whole night and they were not being able to go to fight battles. And soon they were just laughing and giggling like friends do. Both found the whole situation very amusing. So finally, now that they'd sat down to discuss, they decided that they realized that there was no cause to have a dispute, have a war. Why were we fighting? The cause was lost in that moment. So they decided to end the war and return to their own land. And there was such a joy in avoiding a fight. And it was as if they had found a long lost friend in each other. So, and after that time, the both of them used to meet up and discuss anything that was not working out, and would even discuss experiences, the problems, the issues in their kingdoms, and became very supportive of each other. And they came to the realization that there were more things uniting them than separating them. So they were very much with each other. And it was all because of one sword who decided he did not want to participate in the war. So that I come to the end of my story. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, so beautiful. And the mysticism and the, imagination of the sword vibrating and talking
Yes.
to each other. Wow.
It's such a cute story. I said I must share it.
This is for all age group. Even small,
Absolutely.
young, and adults, everyone. Oh my God, that's
And the
amazing.
bigger message is we need to sit down and discuss instead of just going out there and fighting it out.
This is so good. And I pray that all the weapons should talk to each other and
Yes.
find a solution instead of us.
Right.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. So let's say that, wish from our heart, all these
Yes.
weapons should talk to each other and
Just
start
send our
fighting.
healing energy towards all those who need it.
Yes, everyone, those
Yeah.
who need. Okay. So with this, we end this program of
Yes.
storytelling. Thank you, Rajvin. Thank you very much.
Yes.
You can unmute yourself, Rajvin. Thank you for sharing your story. And now we end this program and we will see you
tomorrow.
Rest.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.
And tomorrow we will meet and we will be discussing about travel stories.
Yes.
Right, Meenu, can you please explain about what will be in this travelogue?
So we'll just look at some travel destination, and we can share stories about if you have visited that destination or any other destination, travel stories. So we would love to hear it from all our audience as well. Anyone would like to share, they're most welcome.
I saw a lot of stories, but
Wow, great.
I just pick one.
Looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes, you are going to share your story. You just now visited some places. You are going to tell us some beautiful stories, right, Rajvin?
Yes.
Yes, great. So all the best, and all the audience around the world, please share in the comment box what you feel about this program or this episode, and we will be bringing more and more exciting episodes soon. So thank you, Minuji. Thank you, Rajvin.
Thank you, Rajvin. Thank you, Rajvin. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow.